Would you buy a motorcycle from Korea? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and this series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video I'm talking about alternative motorcycle manufacturers and yes, in particular from Korea. Would you entertain buying a motorcycle from Korea? Well, what we know is that the Korean motorcycle manufacturers, they kind of started off as manufacturing hubs for the original Japanese motorcycle manufacturers, and then later on they developed their own industry, or they took over those parts and they split away from those Japanese manufacturers as well. So they became their own brand, as it were. Now they are selling lots and lots of motorcycles in particular markets, but there's only 2 or 3 markets which they're doing really well, and that's obviously South Korea, but they're also into China and also Laos as well. But they are selling motorcycles around the world. In the UK we've had Daylin for a number of years, Hyosung, and they're obviously a decent brand as well, and they're also producing larger displacement engines as well, not only for the scooters and the 125 50cc 125 market, but also getting into the 750 as well. There are other manufacturers as well that are producing the small displacement engine, but also starting to build up to the 650 range as well. Now, if we look at a company like Kymco, obviously they are producing lots of scooters, lots of 50cc motorcycle, lots of step-through mopeds, but they're also producing 125s, which are for that kind of learner market, that commuter market as well. They actually look quite good. If we look at this VSR 125 LCBS, it just looks like a decent motorcycle that be comparable to any Japanese or any Indian motorcycle out there as well. It's a small, functional, it's got a decent amount of power for a learner, and well, basically it's going to be a half decent commuter bike. So, you know, would you buy a Korean motorcycle? Well, there's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't, but there's lots of reasons why you should, and most of that will be in your wallet as well. Just like the Chinese motorcycle manufacturers that are offering decent motorcycles now. Granted, they are lacking a bit of style, a lot of finesse, but they are decently engineered motorcycles with good structural integrity, as they would like to say, and reliability. The same could be said for the Korean motorcycles as well. They're decently engineered, but they're also at a very decent price as well. If we look at one of this 125 here, which is just under £2,000, a comparable motorcycle, let's say from the Japanese, would be virtually double that. And also from the Indian motorcycle manufacturers, they would be in that kind of region as well, around about the £2,000 mark. So there's a lot to admire from the Korean motorcycle manufacturers. They've certainly taken their cues from the Japanese influence as well, but they have brought out their own style. They have also gone into different markets around the world and gradually built up. Now, I'm certainly not saying that they are anywhere in the same league as the Chinese brands or the Indian brands, or even the Japanese brands in terms of numbers of units sold, but they are certainly growing. And here in the UK, they have been here for a number of years in this particular entry-level market, or sort of scooter market, for a number of years. And actually, they've got a greater presence now at trade shows as well. You know, would you buy a Korean motorcycle? Well, actually, as I said, there's a lot to admire. There's a lot in these brands that you could be satisfied with, whether it's the mopeds, 50cc's, whether you're getting into the 125s, or actually where you're getting into the 650s from certain manufacturers out there. They're certainly well worth having a look at. There's lots of decent designs out there. I wouldn't say they're anything earth-shattering. There's probably one market that they haven't really tapped into just yet, and that is the kind of mini adventure bike, let's say like some of the Japanese have done, and some of the Chinese manufacturers have done, and also of course the Indian manufacturers, most notably the Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is a 411cc motorcycle as well. Very capable there. They're going to have to compete with that level of capability in order to strike a chord. But certainly the Chinese have come in with 125cc adventure style motorcycles that are all-terrain capable. Whether the Koreans can do that as well, I think that's where they're going to see a lot of success in the future. But certainly, well worth having a look at. Korea who? Well, Korea make good motorcycles. That's who, and that's why you should definitely consider them. If I was getting a motorcycle for my lad, as an entry-level motorcycle, I would certainly consider these, because I know it's going to be for a couple of years. I don't need it more than that. The only thing you probably want to consider is the resale value afterwards, and if you're concerned about that, whether you get much money back. But in saying that, you could really look at these for a 2-3 year investment. Once they've performed as they should have done for those that period of time, then I think you can just accept the depreciation as it is. You get some money back, of course, but not a tremendous amount. Possibly then the Japanese motorcycles would hold their value a little bit more. But certainly value for money, yes, definitely they will get my stamp of approval if I were in the market, and possibly I just might be very soon. But anyway, I hope you found that useful. There are a couple more videos coming at the end of this one, so don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you again on another video coming very soon. Maybe even riding one of these. Ta-da!